Salutations, Zone Nation. Welcome back to the show and Happy New Year. Hope you had a great New Year and Christmas and whatnot. But
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah. And today, first review of the year, we're talking about Glass.
Glass.
Part of the surprise trilogy that no one saw coming till Split, the end of Split.
So, for you, was the glass half full or half empty?
Split. I had to do it.
I had to do it.
Glass this is going to be a very diversive film. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But my gut also tells me that there's something missing towards the end and the whole third act. There's just something about it that could have been better, but at the same time, I get what M. Night Shyamalan was going for. I get his message. It's not like that was lost in translation.
If you get what M. Night Shyamalan's saying, then you're probably doing better than M. Night Shyamalan because he doesn't always know. No. But I mean, getting back, before we do the whole summary, Unbreakable was interesting.
Yeah,
and then,
good.
Like 17 years later, Split comes along, and it's like, you think you're watching a cool movie. James McAvoy being a beast while being the beast. And then all of a sudden, boom, surprise tie-in to the Unbreakable universe. Mm-hmm. 2 years later, boom, trilogy. And so that was neat. But
no, I think it's really neat. I think this was legitimately planned since day one, back when he made Unbreakable 19 years ago, or probably close to 20 years ago.
Now.
I think this, because he has so many throwbacks, and this story is a cohesive story.
Right.
All three. You have to watch Unbreakable and Split for the movie. We brought a friend. It's nice for us to have this analysis, but our friend did not watch Unbreakable or Split before the movie. Ooh. And he liked it. He just thought it was weird. And it's like, yeah, man. And he's like, I gotta go back and see Split and Unbreakable. And it's like, if you're gonna see this movie, watch Unbreakable and Split, please.
The first act, when we start getting into Dunn's character and Bruce Willis, and it felt good. It felt organic. It was like M. Night at his M. Night shininess. Yeah. And I could have watched a whole movie of that. Yeah. A whole movie. And then when James McAvoy gets on the screen as the Beast.
Every time McAvoy is on screen, holy moly, he just takes the camera and goes, I'm right here.
I know.
Pay all attention to me.
It may be called Glass, which is the name of the character for Samuel L. Jackson, but James McAvoy steals every scene he's in.
In the three acts, the first act is a lot about Unbreakable and Bruce Willis's character, and
finally the showdown with James McAvoy's character.
Yeah, well, that's early on, and that's kind of sets up the whole premise for this film without getting too much into it. The second act is a lot about James McAvoy's character, and the third act is a lot more about Samuel L. Jackson and Mr. Glass finally really coming out and just getting things done. And I'm guessing that was an intentional Shyamalan. Yeah. Like doing three individual pieces, because after the first part, you don't see a lot of Unbreakable. I can't remember Bruce Willis's name. His character.
I think his character was not named Dunn, but
yeah, Bruce Willis' character. You don't see a lot of him after the first act. Of course, he comes back a lot more toward the end of second and all of third act, but. He takes up, he's front and center, and then he kind of goes away. And then you see a lot more of McAvoy and Glass.
I think, and that brings about a part of what's a lot of critics are hanging on and bumming out is the second act gets a little slower. It's got a little more of the feel of Unbreakable, where you're slowly developing things and things like that.
But it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
But it slowed down. It was a lot of things where people are just sitting in rooms talking, as opposed to you got these superheroes.
But it's all interesting, and you're just sitting there the whole time, and you're going to sit there and marinate, and it's all good. It's all good stuff. And then you get to the third act. And this showdown's about to go down.
Showdown, go down.
And it happens.
It happens.
And it happens in a way that you would logically happen in this universe, but wouldn't exactly you expect.
You wouldn't particularly want it to be that way.
It felt like it needed something, or it could have gone differently. I can't put my finger on it, and I've been sitting on this for days trying to figure out why.
Right.
I don't know what I would have done differently.
I mean, because parts of the movie you're sitting there going, this is so good. And I was watching the way he was shooting it, and I was liking the camera angles and the art shots, and the acting was off the hook. Even Bruce Willis was fully involved this time.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like M. Night kind of runs out of ideas or something, or he wrote the paper the night before and he just didn't have time to finish it.
It's either he tried to Shyamalan it and messed up, or this was planned since the beginning, and this is what his intention was, and he knew this was going to completely divide the audience. People were going to love it, people were going to hate it, people were going to be like, what? Or people, I'm somewhere in the middle where I want to say I love the fact that it ended like that, but it just felt like something was missing, something that just really punch you in the gun, go, oh, and you come out of the movie going, wow. You come out going, I think I really like that.
Oh, yeah. So I want to turn Shyamalan into a verb. I mean, it means to take a great idea, an original idea, and then not fully develop it in a satisfying way. So you go, oh, that was really, but he Shyamalan'd it.
Now, you sound a little harsh on it. Did you dislike this more than I did?
No, I mean, parts of it I really enjoyed, and there was so much potential. In fact, if there was any disappointment, it was like I could watch so much more of this, and the characters and how they had gotten there, and Samuel Jackson's character, spent most of the movie just like in a drugged out state, and so you didn't get a full serving of Mr. Glass, even though the name of the movie is Mr. Glass.
But he's he wasn't drugged up. He was, he's just waiting. Right.
But I mean, he's acting, and I'm saying the actor was just sitting there. Yeah. Meanwhile, James McAvoy was just, not since Westworld, where the characters and the robots changed instantly like that. Have you just watched guys change characters so quickly? And it was fun. I mean,
McAvoy was robbed 2 years ago when he didn't win and the Oscars for Best Character. And he does it again, and it's just, he's amazing. There's times where he's literally flashing between characters, maybe 5-6 different personalities, and he's just switching on the fly, non-stop, and it's beautiful.
I don't know why. I mean, I liked him in Split, and Split was good, and I really liked it, but I didn't fully appreciate his character and the way he acted it. This time I had much more appreciation for it's like, the first time you eat Thai food, you're not sure what you're doing, then all of a sudden you go, oh, this is good, and so the next time you go back and get some Thai food, you're like, oh, this is really good right from the start.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Now, another thing about this movie, unlike Unbreakable didn't really have action. It had, that one choke scene in the movie, and that was kind of about it with action, pretty much. And Split, there's some action toward the end when he becomes the Beast. But not like the kind of action we get in this movie. We have some literal all-out fights in this movie. And it's done well. It's done well. It's not over the top, shot pretty well, but it was shot in an artistic way to a point where you're not always seeing the direct focus of it, but it's in the corner of the screen. But it's like a security camera's watching it. Right.
It's not like shaky cam to cover things, but they go to different angles. Like 1 minute you think you could be an actual spectator of the fight, and then, like you say, it goes to a security film of it, and then it goes to some weird angle. And the other thing I really enjoyed was how the close-ups on the faces of the actors and how they filmed it. I mean, that opening scene when we're sitting in the theater, and we were sitting down about the handicap row, which was pretty low in this theater, and James McAvoy's character is walking toward the screen. He's looking down and staring intently, and you're like, I felt like he was staring at me, man.
Yeah.
I was afraid I was going to get a PB&J sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, just it was shot well. The action, but it's unexpected. You're not going to expect that kind of action. I mean, if you watch it, you don't expect it. And yeah, it was good. And another part I want to hit on was the side characters, which is, I mean, you see some the trailer, like Bruce Willis' son, the girl from Split. I saw her in the trailer. And then, her
character completely caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Her motivation, her character completely blindsided me. I was caught completely off guard.
It makes me want to go back and watch Split to see where this is coming from. Yeah.
Right.
Because I think toward the end I remember a sense of empathy from her to, James McAvoy's character. But yeah, if you watch these two movies before this one, it's probably be a lot easier to remember. I watched that movie 2 years ago, but they use Bruce Willis's kid is the same actor, all grown up. Man, he's got the same dang face. But I mean, because it's just, I don't know, his face literally just looks like the little kid face copied and pasted. But he did a great job, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was. And I thought it felt like a natural progression. The way his character acted and supported his father, whatever, however you want to say it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it seemed like a natural. Sometimes I
like seeing where those two were.
Sometimes directors or writers will force things between characters, and you go, "Oh, that doesn't seem right. That seems forced." But in this situation, it felt natural and organic. Their relationship as father-son, their relationship to his power and everything. It was cool.
Yeah. The side characters played an important role, and the lady in white, I can't remember, I don't know the actress's name, but I guess the antagonist for the film, or the antagonist of the three class, Beast and Bruce Willis's character, she did good as well for the most part. Kind of monotone, I don't know, she did all right. Like, I've seen her do better in other roles. She did okay.
But it was fun though. I was sitting there watching, and at first I was thinking her character didn't feel right because I didn't understand how she could be as smart as she was, but acting the way she was. So that was when we find the twist at the end, then the way her character was acting the whole time made more sense. Because I was like, how can she be so brilliant and think these people aren't superheroes? But anyway, so it was fun. I mean, we don't want to give away any spoilers or anything, but I mean, it was good, but most of the payoffs weren't as good as they could have been, and that's the unfortunate part.
Or they were exactly the way they were supposed to be, and you're supposed to walk away going, that's not the, this is a very unorthodox and ending for a hero movie, not like we're used to. It just, you expect a lot, and who knows? Hey, this could be the exact ending he wanted, but hey, we can't talk about it. You gotta check it out. Well, for the final verdict on this one, if you haven't seen Unbreakable and you haven't seen Split, don't go watch the movie yet.
Go back and watch them. What are you, stupid?
Don't ruin your first experience with this movie if you don't have knowledge of the other two. I feel like that should be common sense with most movies. But seriously, for this movie in particular, these movies are very interlinked. I mean, literally, they have flashbacks to these movies. Like,
right.
Very intertwined, very self-aware.
It'd be like watching Avengers Infinity Wars without having watched
the rest of the whole Marvel.
Yeah. You're maybe you'll get it, but you're gonna waste the feeling.
Yeah, watch those two, and if you watch those two, I say go see it. I can't tell you if you're gonna like it. I can't say you are definitely gonna like it. You're gonna like most of it. I can at least tell you that. And if you don't, that's a personal thing on you. Whatever, or maybe you just don't get the whole thing.
But I mean, we were saying it. Everybody seemed to be saying, like, I think I like it, but maybe I need to see it again.
Yeah, I want to see it.
To get, now that I know what I'll be looking for, maybe
Yeah.
I like it more.
Yeah, well, I say if you've seen the first two, go see this movie, decide for yourself. I say you should go see it. This is my final verdict. Is that your same verdict? Like, you should go see this and decide for yourself. We think you'll like it, but let us know if that thing was missing, like something was missing for you in the end, or if that was the payoff, or that was the perfect payoff. If you really think back on the old movies and the whole universe he set up, it makes sense. Like, this all makes sense when you really look back and think about it. Like, I just watched Unbreakable really not that long ago, and ever since the beginning, you could see those ideas that he has in this movie were back in that movie. Like, he's been literally playing this for 19 years. I know, I thought he kind of tacked this on last second. I think he actually had this planned. And when you really think about all that and how, it's a neat premise. It's really cool that this lasted 19 years and is still very connected, and I think it's really cool as a,
It's kind of in reverse of the way it was in Split. Remember in Split, you're watching it and you're, it's pretty good, and then all of a sudden, final seconds twist, boom, it's in the Unbreakable world, and you're going, whoa! Well, this is kind of the other way. You're like, oh yeah, it's in that world, and then, wonder what this means. So, go out and watch it. Mm-hmm. Watch the other ones ahead of time. Watch it. You might have to watch it again when it comes out on TV.
Yeah, I think cable. I'll probably be watching it again sometime this weekend. I want to. I think I need to see it again and really just.
Pass, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's I also understand on some level why the critics are being so hard on it, and the Rotten Tomato score is a little low. Yeah. It's because that odd feeling at the end.
I would say take that with a grain of salt. A lot. I've listened to other reviews. People either love it or they just don't get it and they thought it was weak. Or some people, I also heard a lot of them say they loved most of it and then got to the end and they were like, yeah, and that's us as well. Just take all the other reviews with a grain of salt. Everyone else got their reviews out, and some people had their hopes up. Like, I know, like, Chris Stuckman had his hopes up and he didn't even give a grade on it. And some people were like, I liked it, but then the ending, and then give a really low score. And it's like, no, I don't think it deserves that. I think you should go see it, interpret for yourself, kind of research the other two movies, and really just come up with your own conclusion. I think M. Night Shyamalan is onto something here. I don't know if he did it right, but he's onto something, and I can't knock him for it. I think he did something here, something cool and unique. I think. I need to watch it again.
We're going to watch it again.
Yes, but guys, go check it out. Let us know in the comments, what the heck did you think? And I don't know, this might be one of the few that warrant a spoiler talk.
Maybe we do a spoiler review later on sometime.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, yeah, it goes.
But we won't post it. If we do that, we won't touch it till like Sunday or Monday because we want people to go see this.
Go out and enjoy it. Yep. It's going to get a long weekend, a lot of chances to go. Mm-hmm. And remember, don't forget you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Jones Boys Review. And when we tweet something, retweet it to all your friends.
It makes us happy.
And it spreads the love.
Exactly. And you guys, you like the video, drop a like. If you dislike the review, drop a dislike. And talk to us in the comments. Have you seen the first two movies? Are you excited? Anticipating? Are you a little worried? Are you a little scared because of what other reviewers are saying? Are you excited because they're so diverse on this movie? Let us know. And if you have seen it, let's have a non-spoiler chat in the comments, please. I don't want any spoilers going around, but I really want to talk about this one. I think this one warrants a lot of conversation and discussion.
All right.
Yeah. So until the next one, guys. Adios, nation.
Peace.